If you are a sports coach that has trouble keeping their attendance lists in line, this might be something for you. Hi, I'm Ivan from Clubscraft, where we help sports coaches spend more time with their athletes. And last week, we released the first version of our attendance tracking tool that is part of the much bigger product that is called Clubscraft. And today, I think it's time to show off some of the features just so you can see how everything is working and if this is something that you might find interesting. And then maybe later on, if you want to grow your club a little more, manage a little more stuff from your club through Clubscraft, we can help you out with it. So without further ado, let's just dive in straight into the app. So the first thing that you'll notice is when you come to the page, you have the option to log in or register a club. In order to register your club, you basically just enter some basic information about yourself. You create your email, you enter your email address and password, which we'll be using then to create a account for you. And then on the next page, you say the name of your club. So for example, let's say it's a demo club. What Clubscraft does is it takes your name and creates club identifier for you and creates this URL, which you can then share around and access all your data through this particular URL. And if, for example, if you enter something that is already been used, like Clubscraft, then the system will notify you and it will tell you to pick something else. But we don't need to do that. We can just move on and log in. So now that we've logged in, we are at the heart of the application where we can see the calendar. The calendar is basically where you will be spending most of the time on. You will be creating new training sessions. You will be moving them around as you need. And then later on, when you get to the actual practice session, you will then start tracking the attendance of your athletes. So for example, let's look at the calendar itself. It has 3 different views. One view is just a simple view where you see the type of activity, for example, a run or a bike. And you can then add a little more detailed view or a full view where you can see everything that you have described for your athletes. So if we go into one of those we can see some basic information like the title of the workout, when it's happening, the duration, and some notes for the coaches and for yourself so that you know what you are going to do. And currently these are the activity types that we have, but we are going to extend them, of course, as people start requesting them. But for now, this is what we are having in here for you. Once you are happy with everything, you can then open up a session, and from this icon at the very top, you can then start selecting who has been attending which training session and save it for analysis later on. As for your members, you can add as many members as you want by just providing some basic information about them, like first name, last name, and their date of birth, with a few more details down there. And then they are all going to be appearing on your checklist here. And then you can just say who has been on what training and who hasn't. One feature that is very neat on the calendars, you can copy and paste your activities around. You can drag them around if you've made some mistakes. So you can basically customize your training week or your training plan as you see fit. And then at the very end, you of course want to know who has been attending which training sessions. So we have these attendance report that when you hit generate can show you then all the activities that you had and which are completed. As you can see from here, we have this easy run on the 18th, but this is still a far way out because currently it's the 7th of July. So we won't be taking those into account. We are just taking those training sessions that have been finished. And you can see a detailed breakdown per training session. And then at the very end, you can also see how many training sessions each of your athlete has attended. So I think that this is a very neat part of Clubscraft. And if you want to try it out, you can go to the link that you can see on the screen or in the description below. And you can try it out. You can use it for free. And if you need some more information, or if you want to see all the other things that Clubscraft offers, you can go directly to the Clubscraft site, or you can just hit the big button here in the menu, and it will navigate you to a contact form, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you know some coach that might be interested in something like that, let them know, or get in contact with me and I can reach out to them. So if this sounds interesting to you, just let me know, and I will help you out as much as I can. Until next time, bye bye.